Never ever thought I'd be a Da Vinci, Michelangelo or Raphael. All I wanna be is all I am right now. Winter, spring, and summer into the fall. The seed falls to the ground, the rain it comes around. A little shoot it grows into a tree. A boy becomes a man, he tries to understand, till he realizes, just leave it be. Even on my darkest day, I think it's safe to say I can always find a way to make it through. But my heart can't take much more, so I'm searching for a door, trying to find my way back home to you. The seed falls to the ground, the rain it comes around. A little shoot it grows into a tree. A boy becomes a man, he tries to understand, till he realizes, just leave it be. Live from the Tuesday Live Studios, it's Fool's Gold, all original tunes. Here we are on April Fool's Day, 4 more weeks of the election fray. Liberals lead, conservatives sway. NDP seems to have lost its way. Trump's tariffs come, then they go away. We're still buying less American stuff every day. Canadian pride is growing strong, but the loonie just keeps going down. Ontario, frozen in the ice. Starting to get tired of this winter wonderland, it's not nice. And sugar bushes, branches falling down, but the sap's still running, the syrup's still boiling. It's Sap Fest this Saturday. Thousands will come to Elmira from miles away. Eat some pancakes, chew maple taffy, don't forget pickle on a stick. But before you leave, get some syrup to take home. roll up the rims, come to an end. I thought I'd won a motorhome, but I just won a bagel. Not one, a Winnebago. That's the news, some of the news. It makes me feel kind of blue, but it's the news, just the news. It's all we really need. Good evening, everybody. It's Tuesday Live. My name's Rob Witherspoon. So happy to be with you here tonight. So happy that you're here with me as well. Nice to see everybody out there. I see some folks dropping in and checking in. So if you haven't already, drop a comment down. I always love to hear from you out there. But that song opening up, I think Kathy actually got that song, Just Leave It Be. Or just, I think it's sometimes called Leave It Be. Sort of a variation on Let It Be, that great Beatles song. Hasn't quite taken off as the Beatles song has, but we're working on the original tunes, and that's what we're doing tonight. All original music tonight. I got a little bit of echo there. I'll turn that down while I'm talking. It's but I hear it quite echoey. I'm not sure if it's too bad out where you are, but I hope the sound is good for everybody out there. I hope you've had a great week. We actually headed down to Ottawa on the weekend, which was nice. Starting out, but then it got really messy. I don't know if you're, and folks who are watching from Ontario, but we had a bit of a messy weekend. It started with sort of some snow in Ottawa anyways. We had 5-10 centimeters of snow on Saturday, and then Sunday, sort of Saturday night, I guess, into Sunday, it started raining and freezing rain. I know a lot of places got quite a bit of damage and power outage. Might still be some power outages out there in some of the isolated areas, but quite a bit of ice out there, and then sort of melted, and some more rain on Monday, and kind of a nice day today, but sunny where we are here anyway. So, and then I think tomorrow we're getting more freezing rain. So it's this winter that just doesn't want to quit. It will be nice when we finally do get some spring. But we're going to put some spring into your step tonight with some of our original tunes. We've got some original tunes for you, including my news song there. I've been doing that where I try to get a summary of the news from a Canadian perspective and write a song about it every week. And the song's always a little rough around the edges. I mean, I did write it, just actually finished brushing it up just before we went to air tonight. Try to keep it current because, the news, you want the news to be fairly recent. You don't want to be broadcasting old news. That'd be really kind of dull and boring. But thanks everybody tuning in. We've got a great show here tonight. I'm not going to talk too long here. I know folks would come here for the music, not for the talking, although we do have a nice conversation with everybody. And all the songs tonight are all originals by myself and the Tuesday Live cast. So I hope you'll stick around for that. It's all original, so hopefully Facebook won't hit me up with any copyright things. I got kind of a weird copyright thing last week. I got, because they said that I was playing previous recorded music, and I can't figure out what I was playing. I can't be getting that good that my songs are starting to sound like the originals, so that closely anyways. But anyways, it's having fun tonight. But I see some comments. So we're going to pop over to the Tuesday Live comment window here. I saw some folks checking in. Well, there's Emily Ann checking in. Hi, Emily. Nice to see you tonight here. And Kathy and Dwight as well from downtown Kitchener, beautiful downtown Kitchener. And Stan McRae checking in from down Eastern Ontario, and there's and also Danny Lamontagne checking in from the Bruce. And we did mention in the news in a song, I've put in a little plug there for the Elmira Maple Syrup Festival, or as we call it locally here, we call it Sap Fest. And that's coming this Saturday. Starts, I think, quite early. I think you get there around 7 o'clock. You can get in line for the pancakes over at the Lions Hall, and down along Main Street there. I think our friend Kathy, who watches the show, and Steve, they're Elmirans. And I think Steve's doing some of the maple taffy this week, so you can get a little sample, see how they make maple taffy, and get a little sample of it. And you can go for tours of sugar bushes, and there's a bunch of stuff they sell along Main Street. like pickle on a stick or the deep fried Mars bar, as Emily pointed out. There's lots of great treats there on the mall. They have they shut down the main street of Elmira, and there's a huge thing of people selling crafts. There's all sorts of things there, and food, crafts, and I think there's there's like a toy show. I think there's a lot of stuff going on. A petting zoo, I think they still have. So if you're in the area, or if you're thinking of coming to the area, if you've never been over towards Elmira Way, pop in for the Maple Syrup Festival on Saturday. It's a fantastic event. And I think it's the largest maple syrup festival in the world, which is something that Elmira makes claim to. I don't know if I think it's the largest single-day maple syrup festival. I don't know if there's any multi-day maple syrup festivals that are bigger. I'm not sure. But anyways, thanks again for tuning in. We're gonna, if you can really help the show if you hit the like button. Frequently, that helps me. Shows Facebook and YouTube that there's engagement. People are engaged with the show. And also, if you share it to your timeline, I know a lot of folks do that. We really appreciate when you take a moment to hit that share button and share it out to your friends, because if everybody watching the show shared it out, and then everybody who they shared it out with took a look at it and shared it out, that could grow the show exponentially. I believe that's what they said in my math class. But anyways, let's we've got Willie queuing up here, and I'm gonna go grab the Dave Duke mandolin and hop into the Tuesday Live transporter there and pop over to Willie. I think we've got a tune we're going to do for you tonight. So I'll be with you in a second, and let's get Willie to introduce it. Well, hey, y'all, Willie here. Good to see you. Here's a song I just wrote, and I might get Rob jump in here and give me a hand. And it's a new one, fresh song, so it needs a title. So give her a shout if you in the comments there if you got a title for her. But anyways, hope you like her. Ready? I'm ready. Donnie, won't you send someone who can cut my lawn? Now you ship my Mexican friend back south. Can't find anyone who'll stay, work for all that I can pay. Why'd you have to take poor one away? I remember back in Sunday school, something called the golden rule. Treat other folks the way you want them to treat you. Oh, lend a neighbor a helping hand, well, she's born here in Pakistan. But don't please tell me who's gonna cut my lawn. Wrong with my pal Juan, we all really got along. He was working hard to make a home for his family, the same way that my granddad did. He worked all day to keep his family fed. Why'd you have to ship poor Juan away? I remember back in Sunday school, something called the golden rule. Treat other folks the way you want them to treat you. Oh, lend a neighbor a helping hand, well, she's born here in Pakistan. But don't please tell me who's gonna cut my lawn. Send someone who can cut my lawn. Now you ship my Mexican friend back south. I can't find anyone who'll stay, work for all that I can pay. Why'd you have to take poor one away? I remember back in Sunday school, something called the golden rule. Treat other folks the way you want them to treat you. Oh, lend a neighbor a helping hand, whether she's born here in Pakistan. But don't please tell me who's gonna cut my lawn. Yeah, don't please tell me who's gonna cut my lawn. Don't please tell me who's gonna cut my lawn. Woo! Well, a nice little waxy woo there at the end there. I don't know if anyone took a shot at naming that song about Willie's Who's Gonna Cut My Lawn song. I guess maybe we'll call it temporarily. If anyone has any other suggestions, let us know. But that was kind of fun to play. I'm get some echo back here. Get some reverb. Makes it sound like I'm in a room. But anyways, we're doing all original tunes tonight. That was Willie's contribution. The lawn mowing song, Who's Gonna Cut Your Lawn? Which I guess prom down there. They're sending a lot of folks away who do a lot of the work down there. that other folks don't want to do. So I'm not sure what's going on, but Willie's looking for someone to cut their lawn. And I see Catherine checking in. Catherine, nice to see you tonight. I know Catherine had a birthday recently, so happy birthday, Catherine. And regular viewer of the show. We appreciate everybody who watches regularly, whether you have a chance to check in or whether you're maybe watching up on YouTube, on the big screen, on your smart TV, watching a little Tuesday Live on Tuesday on your smart TV with on the YouTube. Can't comment. I know Jim and Lynn watch over out in Vancouver Island. I think Dave Hill watches it. And I know my mom watches it too. Hi, Mom. Hope you're doing well. And you can pop into the after party and meet some of those folks if you're interested. We have a nice little gathering often after the show. And if you're on our email list, you get a copy of the link to the after party. But here's a song I've written but never really recorded it other than for this show. So if you want to hear this song, you have to watch Tuesday Live. That's kind of the strange part of my musical career, is I perform mostly on Tuesday Live in front of a very small and unique audience, and I appreciate the support you give me. It's called, well, I'm going to let you guess. See if you can guess. If you've heard it before, maybe you can name it. Anger is like a raging fire that I can only hold back with a strong desire. Anger's gonna be my funeral pyre. When your storm blows through, I'm like a fallen live wire. I'm a-looking for love that'll set me free. I'm a-looking at you, you're looking at me. You're fighting back tears, pain grips my heart. Anger and love keeps pulling us apart. Anger and love, anger and love, anger and love. Anger and love, anger and love, anger and love. Had love and love had me. Love boiled in my blood, tried to set me free. Love became my only reason to be, but my love crashed down like a chainsaw tree. I'm still looking for love that'll set me free. I'm looking at you, you're looking at me. You're fighting back tears, pain grips my heart. Anger and love tries to pull us apart. Anger and love, anger and love, anger and love. Anger and love, anger and love, anger and love. Anger and love brings joy and pain. It runs hot and cold, gets filled and drained. This life and death seems black and white. Anger and love both day and night. Anger and love, anger and love, anger and love. Anger and love, anger and love, anger and love. I'm not looking for love, it can't set me free. I'm still looking at you, you're still looking at me. We're fighting back tears, pain grips our hearts. Oh, anger and love can't pull us apart. Anger and love, anger and love, anger and love. Anger and love, anger and love, anger and love. Anger and love, anger and love, anger and love. I see Kathy got that one. One of our biggest fans, Kathy. Appreciate her support of our music and all the rest of you. And there's Kathy checking in from Elmira. I know they're busy in Elmira. They're getting ready for the Maple Syrup Festival this weekend. And I know Kathy. I'm not sure if Kathy's directly. I'm sure she's involved with it. You can't if you're in Elmira this weekend. You're involved with the Maple Syrup Festival because it takes over the town whether you want it or not. It's I think they get 30,000 people or something, and it's I'm not sure what the population of Elmira is, but it's pretty small. And 30,000 is a lot of folks coming into town. But I know Steve's doing the taffy, so make sure you get out to see Steve on the making the taffy usually up at the end by the park there. But anyways, we've got another song here coming up. One of our show's performers, Rob Dylan. And as you know, he's been working on this project for a long time. We're gonna have to sort of round up all these songs that he's written, one for every line of the song, Bob Dylan's song, "Hard Rains Are Gonna Fall," and he's got another one for us tonight. And he's working on the last verse, so it's gonna come to the end in a few weeks, I think. And then maybe we'll do a whole show with all, and we have to do actually multiple shows with all of Rob Dylan's "Hard Rains Are Gonna Fall" song projects. But here's another one, and it needs a name too. So give it a listen and let us know if you have any suggestions for the names, because we've been naming a lot of these songs with audience suggestions, which is kind of fun. But anyways, take it away, Rob Dylan. Reflect from the mountains so all souls can see it, a beacon of hope shining bright and free. In the silence of dawn where shadows roam, I find my heart beating to the rhythm of home. Oh, the wind whispers secrets of a love so true. In the echoes of the valley I hear my heart anew. When the sunset slowly paints the sky with gold, I know I'm not alone as my soul grows old. The river flows gently like a melody so sweet, a symphony of memories where love and dreams meet. In the stillness of night, under starry skies so bright, I feel the presence of angels guiding me through the fight. Oh, the wind whispers secrets of a love so true. In the echoes of the valley I hear my heart anew. And when the sunset slowly paints the sky with gold, I know I'm not alone as my soul grows old. Darkness falls, the world is cold, I'll find my way back to where love never grows old. For in the reflection of the mountain's mighty face, see the beauty of light in every single place. Oh, the wind whispers secrets of a love so true. In the echoes of the valley I hear my heart anew. And when the sunset slowly paints the sky with gold, I know I'm not alone as my soul grows old. And reflect from the mountain so all souls can see it. The light that shines within us is the love that sets us free. In the heart of the wilderness I find my peaceful place, where love and nature whisper a gentle, endless grace. That was lovely, Rob. As always, I've been really enjoying the Rob Dylan Hard Rain's Gonna Fall projects. I don't know if you have any title suggestions in there. I know there's often a bit of a delay. I think both Facebook and YouTube delay the show a bit because it has to move through all their servers and around the world to and then back to us. Most of us watch you within fairly close by here, but I know there's folks who watch it further afield. And Dwight always comes through with a great suggestion: Life's Calm Stillness. Yeah, it's kind of that's a big, nice title. You know, there's other titles from out there, but that's a good one. Life's Calm Stillness. Might just call Dwight the official song namer of Tuesday Live. He's named a lot of Rob Dylan songs, that's for sure. Here's another one of my originals. Cars rust, roofs leak. You go to bed, but you can never sleep. Jobs come, then go. You wish you had a buck for every time you heard no. Debts rise, banks call all of your loans, and they take away your car. Wife cries, you leave, 'cause all of your dreams are gone. When you try so hard, but you never get ahead, life feels like you're just waiting round to death. You wonder why you're here, you wonder what it means, but life is just life and dreams are just dreams. Sun sets, moon shines. You try to make sense, but you just lose your mind. Wind blows, air still. You drink all night, in the morning you take a pill. Rain falls, snowflakes. You're driving down a hill in a car that has no brakes. Don't care anymore, 'cause all of your dreams are gone. When you try so hard, but you never get ahead, life feels like you're just waiting round to be dead. You wonder why you're here, you wonder what it means, but life's just life and dreams are just dreams. You've been told all your life this is what you do, just work hard and everything will come to you. That might have worked before, but it's not working anymore. You're stuck in a room that doesn't even have a door. Guns shoot, Jesus saves all of our souls for one last big parade. Time flies, stand still, you're searching for love, but you only catch a chill. Beer's warm, coffee's cold. One day you're young and then the next you're old. Give up, you're done, 'cause all of your dreams are gone. When you try so hard but you never get ahead, life feels like you're just waiting round to be dead. Wonder why you're here, you wonder what it means, but life's just life and dreams are just dreams. Life's just life and dreams is just dreams. Yeah, life's just life and dreams is just dreams. That song is called, I don't know if anyone guessed that or not, it's not on any album either. Unrecorded songs, which you can only watch on Tuesday Live. Throat's a little dry tonight. It was dry up in Ottawa. Dry, wet and dry at the same time. It's but we had a grand time and good travels too. We were lucky to avoid the worst of the storm on the roads anyways, because I guess there was a few cars in the ditch when we came back on Monday, and up over by Kingston there was a transport trailer that was kind of in a lot of pieces in one of the ditches. Hope nobody hurt. But anyways, we've got, what do we got next? We have Stan McRae's always awesome pictures coming up. Always enjoy playing along behind Stan's pictures, playing a little bit of music inspired by Stan's amazing photos. And Stan, every week I think, well, what can Stan do? I mean, he's done so many great photos that we've seen over the course of the 5 years of Tuesday Live. And Stan just keeps coming up with more, which is kind of amazing. It's awesome how talented he is and the images he captures. And he's got a couple great ones tonight. More than a couple. He's got a few. But anyways, take it away, Stan, and I'll just play along behind here. Awesome, Stan. Thanks so much for sharing those pictures. When I commented on Facebook when Stan posted that first picture of the, what was that? An otter coming out of the water with the fish? I'm terrible with identifying the animals and the birds in Stan's pictures, but with the perch, it looked like. I first glanced at it, it looked like a grizzly bear coming out of a stream in Western Canada with a salmon. But we appreciate. Oh, so we got our friend Steve Morrison here. Nice to see you here tonight, Steve. Thanks for dropping in. I'm sure you've been busy, but appreciate it whenever folks can pop by. And you're always welcome here at Tuesday Live. Here's a song I wrote. It's probably one of the first songs I wrote. Actually, kind of inspired to write it when I was in Eastern Ontario. I've talked about this before on the show, about the lost villages and the flooding. That was certainly a part when I went as a young boy. I was born the year of the Seaway. As I know a lot of folks who watch the show are sort of in similar situations, but so kind of a child of the Seaway. A lot of our older peers in growing up in Eastern Ontario, and certainly their parents and our parents were all familiar with that area where we lived before it was the way it was when we lived there. We always had a huge river. It's like something like 7 kilometers across, with islands and various things. But at one point in time, it was rapids and villages along there. And when they put the Seaway through to build the head pond for the big hydroelectric project and to build the canals so they could bring the big ships up the river, the Canada and the USA together, which is something that I'm not sure what happened these days, but they jointly built the Seaway project, and unfortunately, a lot of land and a lot of villages have been around for a long time. Were flooded, and a lot of homes were relocated or destroyed. And it's been hard. Some of these folks when they had old, like some churches, they couldn't move some of the old churches, so they kind of burnt them to the ground. That must have been something to watch your church or your house be destroyed and relocated. What a disruption that must have been. But and so I wrote a song anyways. I was inspired by it. One of the first songs I ever wrote, and just going to kick into it. Once the rapids roared, once the eagle soared, once our parents lived on this land. It's all underwater now, gone the way of the one-horse plow, remembered only in the old folks' home. Don't let the river carry you, don't let the city marry you. Remember, man of years, remember, man of years, remember, man of years, long gone by. Now the ships just sail by, echoing seagulls' cry, sailing over lost villages below. Meal rush and moulinet, how soon we forget the man and woman who settled on this land. Don't let the river carry you, don't let the city marry you. Remember, man of years, remember, man of years, remember, man of years, long gone by. Far above the big jets go, well below the river flows, carrying memories away forevermore. Of man and woman who caused no harm, made their living on the shore, and now their sons have had to close the door. Don't let the river carry you, don't let the city marry you. Remember, man of years, remember, man of years, remember, man of years, long gone by. Remember, man of years, long gone by. Stan was right. I am standing here on the old highway, the old Highway 2. There's a number of places along the St. Lawrence River where the lost villages were, where the highway just comes up on the land and the old highway, and then goes into the water. And there's a famous spot out by the rapids, which I think probably was where I actually wrote this song. It's called "Once the Rapids Roared," by the way. And I think I wrote this song out on one of the islands in the Long Sault Parkway, which was a provincial park sort of area created during the Seaway project, out by where the rapids used to be. The water still moves pretty quickly through there, but you can stand out, you look out, you can see the Long Sault Dam out there, which is one of the control dams, and there's the road goes into the water, and then it comes up onto a little island. We always called it Rhode Island when we were kids. I don't know if it actually has a name or not, but it's kind of a neat thing in eastern Ontario, and a sad thing for a lot of people, because certainly a whole, people who lived there for a very long time. A lot of them were United Empire Loyalists who moved into the area from the States during the American Revolution back in 1776ish, I guess. So they've been there for a long time, and it was sad, but and hopefully someday I'll take that down and play it down in Eastern Ontario. I know there's actually, if you're ever down that way, you can pop in and check out the Lost Villages Museum, which is on Highway 2, just between Long Sault and Cornwall. Kind of neat to check it out. It's open during the sort of spring summer season, into the fall, I guess. Some interesting displays there, and also there's which I haven't been to yet. It was built and then I haven't been back to Long Sault since it's opened, is the Lost Villages Brewery, which I thought might be a fun place to go play sometime. So maybe I'll try to make that happen sometime. Maybe even this summer. Maybe I'll give him a shout. And I see one of my old friends from down Eastern Ontario way, Dale Legui, checking in. I see you, Dale. Thanks for dropping in. Love when folks pop in and say hello on the show. But anyways, we've got Robbie O'Spoon from Dublin, Ontario, and I think what he's doing, he won. You may recall we've had a few songwriting showdowns on the show, and I think Robbie actually won one of them with this song. So take it away, Robbie. There's one vegetable that's always on me table. I love it nearly much as me ma. Me dad taught me to plant it, to hill it, to dig it, and save some to plant again next spring. Why are there no songs about potatoes? Why don't we sing about the things we love? The rain in the spring, the sun in the summer, the potatoes we dig in the fall. Potatoes we dig in the fall. No one gives a frig about the lowly pig who gives us their all for our bacon. They never seek out a thrill, they only ask for their swill and appreciate any slop we can give 'em. Why are there no songs about pigs? Why don't we sing about the things we love? The rain in the spring, the sun in the summer, the bacon on our lettuce tomato sandwich. The bacon on our lettuce tomato sandwich. Why are there no songs about whistling? Why don't we sing about the things we love? The rain in the spring, the sun in the summer. If there's one thing I love, it's a freshly pulled Guinness, foamy darkness settling in a glass. It's the nectar of the gods, it lubricates our conversations, and makes the dullest of man feel wise. And why are there no songs about Guinness? Why don't we sing about the things we love? The rain in the spring, the sun in the summer, a pint with your friends in the pub. A pint with your friends in the pub. Well, thank you, Robbie. That was lovely. Why don't we sing about the things that we love? A lovely song, singing about Guinness. Not too many songs about Guinness, but Robbie quite loves that song. He won the Tuesday Live songwriting contest with it a couple seasons back, I think. Maybe during the second season. I'm not sure when that was. Maybe the first season. But I think he's gotten, all the plays he's gotten on Tuesday Live, I think he's made 2 or 3 cents of streaming revenue off that as well. So, which is probably more than I made off this song. Although I actually got a SOCAN payment last year. I think 50 cents for some of the streaming of the Tuesday of the Speeder Valley Mountain Boys CD. So it's still getting some plays. I think 50 cents. That means that's quite a few plays actually. 50 cents. Because it takes a lot of plays to make money on streaming. But see Steve dropping in there. Nice to see you, Steve. Checking in from Guelph. And Stan pointing out that island that many of us knew out in the Parkway, out by the rapids, has the road come up on. It's called Royal Baker Island. I never knew that. I wonder how it got that name. Is that from somebody by the name of Royal Baker? Because I know Royal can be a name. Or is it actually a royal island? Maybe it was named by the Queen when she passed through there, because the Queen was down in that area once many moons ago. But anyways, here's another original tune. It's actually off the Speeder Valley Mountain Boy CD. Too many people heading down life's highway, foot to the floor and their eyes to the ground. Never worrying and worrying about tomorrow, never stopping to put both feet on the ground. Take a walk out on the eastern plain, throw your caution to the wind, find a place that you can call your own. Find the peace that lies within. I met a man, he wanted to go down to Toronto. Needed my vote, he had revolution on his mind. His idea of revolution was some kind of devolution. Take from the poor and give it all back to his friend. Take a walk out on the eastern plains, throw your caution to the wind. Find a place that you can call your own. Find the peace that lies within. No matter how fast you go, this world just keeps on spinning. 24 hours a year, a lifetime passes by. Time you spend worrying and thinking about tomorrow, might as well just save it till you're lying in the ground. Take a walk out on the eastern plains, throw your caution to the wind. Find a place that you can call your own. Find the peace that lies within. Take a walk out on the eastern plains, throw your caution to the wind. Find a place that you can call your own. Find the peace that lies within. Find the peace that lies within. That song's called Peace Within. It's I've always enjoyed that song. It's a tricky song to play. It's got a little different chording there. Need a bar chord all the way through it, but it's a good exercise for your left hand when you're playing guitar. And it's a rockin' tune. Thanks, Steve. It's called Peace Within. But we're winding up, getting close to the top of the hour, which is always exciting. The time it always flies by here on Tuesday Live. We go move along fairly fairly quickly. It seems to fly by. The hour flies by. So thank you so much for being here tonight and joining in, whether you just dropped in recently or whether you've been here for the whole show. You can always go back and watch it again. It's on YouTube. It's probably the easiest way to find it on our Tuesday Live channel on YouTube. I find Facebook a little tricky to find older videos. And in fact, they're starting to delete all of the old videos on there after, I think, 30 days. Live streams are automatically deleted. I guess Facebook must be running out of storage or something. They have to keep room for all the bots videos posting up and that sort of thing. But you can always find Tuesday Live going way back in time shows on our Facebook or on our YouTube channel. So hopefully they'll stay there for a while anyways. But anyways, we're winding down. I'm going to send it over to our friend Neil Old. But actually, Neil, I asked whether Neil had a new song. And Neil said there's a song that him and Lazy composed for the spring songwriting competition we had last year. And he said he really thought we should play it again. So, and I actually gave it a listen. It's actually a good tune. So I'm going to send it over to Neil and Lazy for a little tune. So take it away, Neil. Now that cold north wind softly waning and a swinging around to the south, the birds are all singing and nesting as I sit here thinking about you. Every spring comes with a promise of life born anew. But a man all alone knows no seasons, 'cause I only had one season of you. You took the car, I don't know where you are, trying really hard not to care. But spring brings memories of how you grew on me, finding that it's hard to let go. Let go so I can move on by. Well, that winter snow has all finished melting as the old sun climbs higher in the sky. Makes it a little easier to get up in the morning, but it's hard to get up when you're feeling down. Well, you know, at this point of time when I was writing this song, I got kind of depressed. Felt I was turning the promise of spring into a real downer. My buddy Lazy Horse here, he nuzzled up to me and he said he could finish the song. But here's what he made. Now people always seem to be complaining. Sometimes it feels like the only thing they do. They should try getting down off their wagons and let go of the reins for a change. I don't like cars, they take you way too far. A wagon goes as far as you need. You gotta trust your horse, they'll keep you on course and take you where you Spring the clover's sweet, growing at your feet. Something that every horse knows. When you're feeling down, open your eyes and look around. Let the spring sunshine warm the winter blues away. Let the spring sunshine warm your blues away. Oh, what flowers are there blooming outside today? I hope you stayed but you went away. Well, that was Neil Old and Lazy Horse with their co-write on a song from last spring's songwriting showdown, and I think it was called "Trust Horses." Kind of a nice. You don't hear the horse's perspective on things. Nice to have Lazy throwing that in there once in a while. But thanks everybody for showing up here tonight. I saw Ron Desley checking in a little late, but just in time for the encore. Thanks for dropping in tonight, Ron. I know it's a long way to get the signal all the way up there to Kapuskasing. And we also have our good friend. My mom was actually asking about him the other day. Visited with my mom on the weekend. She said, have you seen Waxy lately? And I said, well, no, but he showed up tonight. So nice to see you, Waxy. Hope you're doing well. Another amazing musician who's been associated with the show over the past 5 years we've been doing the show. He's done some great tunes. We did a few collaborative tunes with him, and he's got a great, check out Waxy Shack YouTube channel, some fine tunes over there as well. I'm not sure, Waxy hasn't done too much lately, but maybe he's working on something special. We'll see somewhere down the road. But anyways, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We appreciate taking the time to comment on the show, support it by sharing it onto your timeline or hitting the like button, hitting the like and love button. We appreciate that as well, and financially supporting the show. I know we have a number of patrons who support the show on a monthly basis, and we greatly appreciate that. We also have a virtual tip jar. If you'd like to throw a little something in there sometime, drop by tuesdaylive.ca, and we'd love to see a little, if you want to throw a little love into the tip jar there, that would be lovely as well. And if you haven't already, make sure you're signed up on our email list, also at tuesdaylive.ca. Just scroll down the page a touch. You'll find it there as well. And we'd love to have you join us every week. And if you can't join us every week, as Ron's going to do, you can watch it on Rewind. You can check the show and watch at your own pace. I know our good friend down in Eastern Ontario, Lou, often pops in and watches the show on Rewind. But anyways, thank you so much for watching tonight. Thanks to Stan McRae for his always awesome pictures and all original tunes we did tonight. It's been a lot of fun. And I'm not sure what we'll do next week. We'll find something. Maybe do some more spring music, and hopefully spring will actually be here. Don't forget the Maple Syrup Festival. We might try to slip down there on Saturday for some pancakes. Pancakes are delicious, and they're very generous with the syrup there. And you can buy some syrup. Don't forget to get some to take home. There's always some amazing syrup there. But anyways, hope you have a great week. Don't forget, it's a lot of anger out there in the world. And let's try to replace more of that anger with, just love. Everybody needs a place to go, and everybody needs a way to know they're just loved. Why do we hurt the ones we love? Why don't we lift them up instead of putting them down and just love? 'Cause deep inside every one of us, there's something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. To keep it covered up in a layer of clay, we've got to start washing it off someday with just love. I'll only be here for a very short time, to lie in the sun and and sip sweet wine and just love. Well, I'll be here and then be gone. Instead of harsh words and singing sad songs, let's just love. 'Cause deep inside every one of us, there's something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. Keep it covered up in a layer of clay. We gotta start washing it off someday with just love. Not gonna try, I'm just gonna do. And if you join with me, well then we would make two. We need more giving, less taken away. If we start right now, we'll get there someday to just love. Find it in your heart if you look deep enough. You find the only thing that we really need now, it's just love. It's hard to just love in a world full of hate. If we get started now, it won't be too late to just love. 'Cause deep inside every one of us, there's something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. We keep it covered up in a layer of clay. We've got to start washing it off someday with just love. With just love, just love, just love, just love. See you next week. Maybe see you at the after party, which is starting in very few minutes. Hope you drop by. Thanks for watching.